Hello, and welcome to your reading, and welcome to this channel, and welcome to this conversation, because that is what it is, conversation with cards. It is not a prediction. It is not going to tell you what your future is, because it can't, because you are still creating your future in this present moment. And that is the energy of this message, that you are a conscious creator. That being said, if this reading doesn't resonate with you, or if you feel in any way not drawn to continue, then it means that it is not for you, and in which case maybe it'll be for you in another time. 5-5 as I say that, because this is about changes, and we are ready for changes when we are ready for them, and that is different for everyone, and that is okay. Seeing what wants to come through. The Death card. This is the ending of something, the beginning of something. You are in a very, very flowing state with the universe. You are realizing that you are a conscious creator, that you are essentially the universe, and the universe is you. In a way that you are a part of it. You are connected to it. You have the ability to work with it, to create with it, to co-create your reality. And that is what we are speaking about today. 5 of Voices, 5 of Swords, 8 of Voices, 8 of Swords. Feeling stuck, confined, feeling. Let's change that word. Thinking. You are thinking that you are stuck. You are thinking that you're restricted. You are thinking that you are limited. And then you are thinking yourself into feeling it. The thoughts create the feelings. Create the thoughts, create the experience. So let's shift this feeling of stuck, this, to choosing to feel stuck, or choosing to think that you are stuck, because that is what this 5 of Swords, this 5 of Voices is talking about. There is a journey, there is a process, there is something that you are on. And I say something because it'll be so many words to describe this journey, experience, whatever that you are on, that it is, take whichever resonates for you or create your own. But as you are stepping into your true power, you are experiencing and learning many things along the way. You are learning surrender along the way. I don't know if any of you do yoga, but one of the things I truly appreciated about yoga, and this was in my 20s, so I mean I was not where I am now, at least not on this journey at all, but what I did really appreciate was that I did Bikram yoga, so it was hot, and you'd have to hold the poses for, I think, a minute and a half sometimes, or a minute for the first set, and it would be hard and hot and just all these things, and it would sort of know it would be so good for you, and what they would teach you or remind you in these awkward poses, these awkward moments, is that you just hold it until you don't have to anymore, and then you fully release it, and you fully surrender to the fact that it's over, and you move on. that is what is being asked. You don't get lost in whatever you discover along the way. Discover it, acknowledge it, realize whatever it means for you as the conscious creator you are. See how it has tainted your thought patterns. Not poisoned, not destroyed, tainted, altered, conditioned. Because that is what it is. You've been conditioned to believe that you are less than what you are. That you are not this magical, universal, conscious creator creating her reality. I say her simply because of this card, but this applies to men as well. This is by no means a feminist anything. I think I used the word her because at one stage in my journey I was reading for the Mothers Collective, so it was very much a divine energy, but the creative, the Empress, is very much the divine creative energy. So okay, coming back to this 5, you'll be presented with many opportunities to learn, surrender, and to embrace change, to allow what happens, what is experienced in that moment, experience it, it's over, allow it to pass, move on to the next, take the next resonant step, follow the next resonant yoga pose. And it's so funny because right on my screen, my mom and baby yoga reminder popped up. So there is synchronicity there, which is always lovely. Also a reminder to me, maybe I should go to a yoga class. Okay, seeing what else they want to say today. What else needs to be said for those of you that are listening? How can this be of assistance to you? The Muse of Voices. This is the King of Swords. And this is about alchemy. I mean, can you see the triangle? This is about alchemy. Alchemizing all the parts of yourself. But in that process of alchemy, we need to surrender that which is not us, not resonant, it's so that we have the correct ingredients. Sometimes there's, they say too many cooks in the kitchen, and something about too many things spoil the broth full. I can't quite remember the phrase, but when there are too many things at play, things become more complicated than they need to be. You simply need to be and allow yourself to experiment with a new way of being, with a new way of thinking, with a new way of seeing, because it is our thoughts that kind of trigger what our eyes see. I mean, a really nice example of that is, let's say you're constantly fighting with your partner and it gets to a stage where everywhere you go, they've done something that very thing that annoys you, and you can't understand it. It makes why is it so? It is because your brain is telling you what to see. You are looking for flaw, you are looking for fault, you are looking, ergo that is what you will find. Another example of this that I heard on another channel was they wanted to do their peace for the earth, for Gaia. So they set the intention that everywhere they went, they would pick up a piece of trash. And after a while, they suddenly decided or started to notice that everywhere they went, there was a piece of trash to pick up. And they then realized, I'm creating the trash to be picked up by the thought of Excel. So that is an example of how we literally tell ourselves what to see with our thoughts. This is a reminder to stop thinking and to simply be, right? She is connected to the sun. She is the sun. She is one with the sun. She is in a state of being, a state of flow. And that is the journey. That is the journey. The journey is to find new and beautiful ways of remaining in this state. And as global consciousness ascends, it will become easier. 144, it will become easier and easier to do this. You know, the energy of the earth is shifting, and as such, we are shifting with it, which is why, you know, you are being called to realize your true power, that you are the creator of your reality. Frightening as that may sound, frustrating as that may sound, because there can be this moment of, how do I put this, of, oh, so I did that, I'm the one. Don't get lost in that is merely going to create a layer of anger and resentment, unknowingly, possibly subconsciously, that is just gonna cover up that last bit of self that is coming through. So don't pause there. Allow it all to come through. Allow all the parts of you to come through. The anger seems to be just being called to be spoken about at this time, because anger serves us in many ways. It protects us. I also watched a Teal Swan video once that really resonated with me, where she speaks about anger being the soul's fail-safe protective mechanism to prevent our vibrations from ever dropping so low that we bring in death. This is not to say that is true or not true. This is just merely to present a idea or perspective about anger. So anger can serve us, right? It is serving. It exists for a reason. But at some stage in the journey, in the alchemizing journey, we have to take responsibility for the truth that any emotion we feel, good, bad, ugly, is something that we are choosing to feel. No one can make us feel any which way. No one has that power over us. That is part of the illusion. That is part of the dream. That is part of what we are waking up to. 144 or 1114. So, and we have this 4 here. So this is just a reminder to not get lost in anger. It is simply another layer of the onion that we can get lost in. And it is not necessary. It is not necessary. Okay, I was going to shuffle because I was like, oh no, I really like these cards. Am I choosing them? No, they have been chosen and they refuse to not come through. Okay, the Four of Inspiration, the Four of Wands, the coming together, and straight after the Four of Voices. You are not alone. You never are. You never will be. There is community. There is also getting out of your mind, right? Get out of your mind and put things into action. Start writing, start talking to people, start finding your soul tribe. Also a word that I think is also a little bit confusing. Find people that make you feel good, and not in an egoic sense, not people that lie to you to kind of make you appease you. No. People that are truthful with you, and it still feels good. There is this 4-4, this community, this support system that is existing for you. It's there for you. You simply have to believe that it exists for you, and you will find it. There's the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Emotions, the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Emotions, the 10 of Voices, the 10 of Swords. Okay, 911, which is something I've seen a few times on this reading. I don't know if I mentioned it. Mastering that you are actually the master of your emotions. It's not even about mastery, really, is it? It's about accepting. It's actually about owning that every emotion that you feel is something that you've allowed yourself to create in that moment. And then to ask yourself the question of why. Why do you believe that to be true? What do you have to believe in order for that emotion to be real? Oh, I would have to believe that everyone in the world is judgmental. Okay. That is obviously not resonant for you. What steps to take then? Okay. To focus on judgment, to focus on where you judge yourself, and not even to worry about where it's coming from. I mean, you can, but you can also simply give yourself permission to release judgment, in which case, every time you have a judgmental thought, stop it. Make a sound, in your mind that literally emphasizes a whole statement of, I give myself permission to release judgment, to free myself of judgment, to stop thinking about the thoughts of others, or whatever your intention is, and you can sum it up in a sound, so that every time you have a judgmental thought about yourself or another, and you are it's brought to your attention, make a sound, go and stop it. Move forward in a neutral way. Like, shut it down every time. Shut it down. You do not have to finish it before shutting it down. Finishing it is simply allowing it to continue in the judgmental energy that it is existing. So shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. And the more you shut it down, the more things will come into balance. The more unity you will find within yourself. This happy family card is talking about you and the universe coming together as one, where there is no judgment, there is compassion and love. That fell out because with this 10 of Swords, this 10 of Voices, we can view this a few ways. The victim way. Woe is me. What is happening to me? Or she is merely going, okay, this is happening. It's okay. I'm simply going to accept that which is happening. Know that it is happening for a reason, and have no state of fear, and remain right here. These are the states that are being offered to you, really, although this state and this state can really be the exact same, just depending on how she chooses to be in that moment of experience. 2, duality, contrast. Let's give it a little shuffle, but I have a feeling that is all, because it is all. Okay, I hope that this was of service to you. If it resonated, feel free to leave a comment. And until we talk next time, have a beautiful now. Bye-bye.